Good morning, fellow deathlings and future corpses. Welcome to the league. Just got a run this morning on the road. Been out for a little while, but I thought I would do a little live stream as I go about the start of my journey. At least as part of it that leaves the house. The house. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Thank you for joining me. If you're joining me, we'll take a little ride together this morning. I'm taking the, not going to take the interstate because, well, I just don't want to. Traffic might be still be going on the interstate this morning as they have all the construction work, trying to make it a better place to travel. So this is Thursday morning, the day named for the god Thor. So Thor is putting the hammer down, as I say every Thursday, and I'm putting the hammer down with Thor as as the god of Thursday. Let me put it that way. I'm not going to say my god, but the god of Thursday, Thor. Let's put the hammer down and get with it. I hope everybody woke up today, number one. If you're not awoke yet, I hope that you are sleeping well and you will awake later, and that your day will be everything that you desire to be. And other than that, if you haven't been down to the latest videos down in my upload section of this channel, and you're missing a lot. I do a lot of stuff, and I'm different than some YouTubers out there who, you know, stay neutral with stuff, don't get into anything that may be confrontational or controversial. I'm different. I think important things in life are the most controversial things in life. And you don't learn and grow unless you to have open discussion about these issues. So I don't do that all the time. I will touch on it. I will bring it up. I will make videos that, well, remind you of our history and where it's taking us and things about human nature, all those kind of things, to get you going, to get you thinking. I'm not going to tell you what to think, but I am going to make you think. I am well traveled in my life, and I am of the mindset that the majority of people are good people. The minority, unfortunately, those bad apples in the world basket, they control us. And when I say control us, I'm not saying that they're necessarily in our government, that they're controlling us that way. I'm saying that their actions are used to control us. You can take, for instance, anything. I mean, why do we lock our doors at night? Why do we lock our cars? Why do we carry insurance? Why do we do all the things that we do on a regular basis? And it's pretty simple to think about. It's because those few rotten eggs. Um, Big part of my life, I never concerned myself with locking my house door. When I was younger, and I'm talking about in my early 20s, I had someone steal a stereo system out of my house. And I know I'm 99.999% sure I knew who did it. Couldn't do anything. You tell the cops, whatever. It's like, well, probable cause, they can't go just searching somebody's house. But bottom line is that I'm still frequently don't think about securing things. I have run off, totally forgot to secure my garage door. Yes, there's been a theft. Yes, in my neighborhood, there's been a theft. Somebody stole a weed eater out of somebody's open garage. They freaking weed eater. And I don't know. Nobody likes to lose anything, but hey, guy, a freaking weed eater. I know. It's whatever. That's my attitude. It's whatever. What's this worth to me? But of all the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of houses around, So we got one instance of a theft, but that one theft controls the mindset, controls the actions of the thousands and thousands around me, because it happened to that one person. So that's how much control this one bad apple has over the majority. And that is a failing. That is really our failing. And that shows how we live in fear. That shows our weakness. And our weakness is fear. Um, if you are afraid, you're going to be violent. You're going to do things you wouldn't normally do. You're going to act and react in ways that you normally would not, that a non-fearful person would not conduct themselves that way. A non-fearful person is going to be content, relaxed, comfortable, and all those kind of words. It's like, yeah, we're not impractical. We do think about things, but we don't go through life living in fear of these things. Things happen. Things happen. All through my life, I've lost stuff. I've lost stuff to a storm. I've lost stuff to uh, financial reasons. I've lost stuff throughout my life, and it didn't end my life. It did not destroy my life. It's like I've seen, we tend to define ourselves. Like, I'm traveling in traffic here, and the vehicles. We identify ourselves by the vehicle we drive. Oh, I want a pickup, or I want a blah blah blah, because that's what I want to be seen as. I'm a pickup driver. I'm a whatever, and we're swayed a lot of times, not because we have a need for something, not because something is practical, but because the way we want to be viewed, or we feel, whatever. So we allow our emotions and our sentiments to overtake us. And I'm not saying we should, just wash away our emotions. I'm not saying anything like that. We are emotional creatures. Some of us highly emotional. Some of us have, it's a matter of take a breath, sit back, and think about what you're doing. The deal with terrorism, we disrupted the entire planet over an act that we refer to as 9/11, the date it happened on. We just disrupted millions and millions and millions of lives, spent countless trillions of dollars. Okay, connection there for a minute. But we allowed these less than 2 dozen people, yes, some 3,000 lost their lives, but in our act of vengeance and giving them control, next thing you know, we're taking off our shoes at the airport. We're allowing the government to spy on us. The majority of us have given away our freedoms, our liberties, our privacy, because of a handful of people. That handful of people changed the world. And we allowed it. That's the problem. We allowed it. So when others see what, less than a couple of dozen people can do, they'll make the sacrifice, because, I can change the world. I can go down and I can change the world. We'll never forget 9/11. We'll never forget. We'll never forget. Well, that is our problem. It's not, if the blacks talking about slavery say we'll never forget, we tell them to get over it. When we are the perpetrators of this crime, see, when we're the perpetrators, it's like, get over it. When someone else is the perpetrators, well, I'll never forget. And that is our problem. So yes, I touch on a lot of controversial things because I want to make you think. You may never think like me, and that's fine. I've learned from other people that did not think like me. You may pause and you may change a little bit of your thinking. That's fine too. But I am going to challenge your thought, because if I had not been challenged throughout my life, I can guarantee you I would have never grown. I would have never grown. I've learned, I've experienced, and I've been challenged, and I've grown from that. My belief system and its majority, it has changed from the time I was young to now. Not that I've changed so much, just my views have changed. My understanding has changed. I'm still basically the same person. I still have the same emotional makeup, all those things, the same personality traits. But what I don't is the same worldview. I see things in a different frame. To me, I see things in a more realistic thing. I'm not. I'm less. My thoughts are less skewed by propaganda. My thought pattern is less skewed by media and by the majority. I'm willing and able to sit back and make my own judgments based on what I see by applying critical thought process, by applying this whole thing. I'll be able to sit back, take myself out of the picture, and look at this thing clearly. Take my own emotions out of it. Really, it's just like right now, people are all, and I don't. Let me clear this very clear. I do not like Donald Trump. He's a huge turnoff to me. Trust me. Same with Jeff Sessions. I think he's a piece of work. But anyway, but when they talk about religious liberty and those kind of things, it's like, well, heck yeah, bring it on. I know that most people who share my views look at it from an angle of, oh my, Christians are no. We're not. They never saying Christian liberty. They're saying religious liberty. That's what I grab a hold of. Well, I've got my own religion. Hosgaba hoo hoo. Hoo hooism. Come on. They're opening up the world to me. It gives me an opportunity to challenge other people's beliefs because this is my religion. This is my faith. I get to work on this. And when they open that up, that is fantastic. There is nothing wrong with that at all. I know people think, oh, that's going to, that's designing that for the Bible-based Christian. Well, fine. But that's not the way it's written. That's not, I don't care what their motive may be. The way the law turns out is like I've still got my right to believe in whatever God I want to or whatever God I don't want to, whatever. So instead of looking at it as negative, it's like, please, my whole background's in religion. And I'm grabbing all of this thing and riding with it, even though I know it's ill motivated, even though I know it's not designed to help me personally with Hosgabahuhu, or you with your Hindu God or whatever. It's meant clearly designed for the Christian element in our society and no other. But they cannot distinguish, because of our Constitution, they cannot distinguish between Christianity and other gods, other belief systems. They cannot throw open arms support out to another God. Okay. Okay, I got interrupted there, and I don't know if the recording will show that I got interrupted or not. Live stream, Dr. Graham here, talking about the way you view the world and the way we allow things to affect us and our fears, and how most often our lives are ruled by fear. We designed our vehicles not so that we become safer drivers. We designed our vehicles so we don't have to worry about being as safe, because our cars are designed for us to drive like idiots and protect us. It's not designed to say, oh, no, we need to change our driving habits. No, it doesn't work like that. And the police do not focus on that. They give us speeding tickets and, blah, blah, blah. It's a revenue generator. And that's proven time and again. They're not instant where they want you to speed. You see a cop speeding down the road, no lights, he's just going somewhere. No lights, no siren, no emergency, whatever. He's going 80, 90 miles an hour, and all the traffic around him is doing 80, 90 miles an hour. That should be all the proof you need to know that it's bullshit. And the whole system is bullshit, and it's just designed because, as my great aunt used to say, it all boils down to money. Guess what? It all boils down to money. So the whole system is generated about that, and then the side kicker of that is the control of religion over people's lives and the sale of fear. And some things, according to what they want us to be afraid of, not what we should be afraid of, but what they want us to be in fear of, is what they sell us, and then they control the world accordingly. All my life, my entire life, there's been war after war, conflict after conflict. We get this situation over there, we get out of Vietnam, and then it becomes something else, and then it becomes something else. Then we go to Noriega. There's some other reason to go in and use our military muscle to do some bullshit around the world. Always, never fails. There's always that enemy, someone to be afraid of. It just never ends. Bin Laden, ISIS, Syria, Iran, on and on and on. It hits the news for a few months, maybe even a couple of years or more, according to how involved we get in it, according to where they want to send the muscle to, how much money they want to spend. It has nothing to do with lives. It has nothing to do with people's quality of life. It has to do with money. It has to do with money. The top tier and their quality of life that they get for the amount of money they amass from, the profiteers of war. Daddy Warbucks. That's it. And we don't get that. Who do we need to hate today? Well, I say, gotta hate them communists, gotta hate Russia, gotta hate this, gotta hate that, gotta blah, 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 blah. Now we're in bed with our enemies. People, wake up. Just wake up. Quit buying the bullshit and wake up. You can do all the praying you want to. People have been praying for thousands of years. Look at what we've got. Get over it. Get over your belief systems. The acronym for belief system is BS. Belief system. That's fine. Believe what you want. But step back. Get out of your imaginary world. Get out of your myth-involved world and get real right here. Whatever happens after death is going to happen. If you want to believe it, it's not going to happen the way you believe it just because you believe it to be so. I'm sorry. Bottom line is, if you let your afterlife control your present life, you're fucking up. Big time. If your belief system requires faith, that means one big thing right there. You admit that you have to have faith for your belief system. You're admitting you can't prove your belief. So get over it. Hold your belief all you want to, but get over it. And let's deal with some reality here. That's what we got to do. We've got to deal with some reality. So there you go. You buyers of fear and you consumers. Guess what? Regardless of how much of a consumer you are, how you chase down the road after your job, so you can drive your big car and live in your middle class house and send your kids so they can play soccer. Another rant I get on is, why are we so obsessed with people playing with fucking balls? We just are eat up with balls. They catch a ball, they throw a ball, they hit a ball with a stick, balls, they kick a ball. It's just craziness. Just total retardation craziness. It's ball time. Yes, and you think that there is some kind of hope. You think that there's some kind of hope. Give me a break. It's ball time. Oh gosh, thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions around the country rally around ball games and their TVs and get all cranked up and worked up over playing with fucking balls. And you think there's hope for the human species. Go get a ball.